Hey everyone, I'm Nick Raboy, and this is a demo that I had created. This is an interview coach or an assistant that makes use of LiveKit for voice AI agents. So basically what's going to happen here is I'm going to feed it a resume and a job description, and I will have a voice conversation with this AI agent as a mock interview. And I could either ask for feedback live with the agent and the agent will give me feedback, or I could wait till the end and it will provide written feedback about how I can improve the interview experience. And why this is useful, well, if you're a bad interviewer like me, you get frozen, you get stuck, you get flustered when it comes to actually being interviewed. So you lose your train of thought. You're not prepared, even though you might be prepared. This will help people who suffer from the same things that I suffer from, and it'll hopefully lead to better results when it comes to the real interview. So up on the screen, you'll notice that I do have some upload or paste functionality. I can either paste plain text or markdown for a job description or resume, or I can choose to upload a document, and I'm actually using Apache Tika behind the scenes, and this will translate it into plain text itself. And like I said, this is just a demo. If you want to learn how to build this, I actually have a tutorial on the blog, so the polyglotdeveloper.com, which you can head over and see exactly how I made this. So I've added two documents here. Both of them are PDFs. When I click that Start Interview button, the AI agent will greet me and start asking me questions based on what I uploaded, as well as just general interview kind of logic. And we're going to see how this goes.
Hello, Nick. Welcome. I'm glad you're here for this mock interview practice. We're focusing on the role of Senior Developer Advocate, specializing in JavaScript and TypeScript. I'll be asking you a mix of behavioral and technical questions. Let's start with a question about your experience. Can you tell me about a time when you successfully used technical content to significantly boost developer engagement or product adoption? What strategies did you employ, and what was the outcome?
Yeah, good question. I'm actually all about creating fun and practical content. So a lot of the content that I do, it kind of resonates with what I like to do on the side for passion stuff. So for example, a lot of the content that I've produced on my own blog, on the mongodb.com site, is game development related. So I create these very cool, very neat game development examples, how-to tutorials on how to build these games, so on and so forth. They could be written, video. I take this content with me to events. And because it's fun, because it's relatable, the learning experience is that much better. So that way you get a lot of hands-on, a lot of user engagement.
That's a great approach, Nick. By creating content that is fun and relatable, you not only engage developers more effectively, but also enhance the learning experience. Game development is a compelling way to demonstrate technical concepts, making them accessible and interesting. Let's continue with more specifics. Could you explain a complex concept from JavaScript or TypeScript that you have successfully simplified for an audience? What methods or tools did you use to ensure clear understanding?
So I'm actually not sure how to answer this one. Can you help give me maybe some hints or feedback on how I can answer this?
Of course. When explaining a complex concept, it's often helpful to break it down into smaller, digestible parts. Here's a way you could approach answering this question. 1. Identify the concept. Start by mentioning a specific JavaScript or TypeScript concept that is known to be complex, like asynchronous programming, promises, or TypeScript's utility types. 2. Simplification strategy. Share how you broke the concept down. Did you use analogies, visual aids like diagrams, or code examples? 3. Tools and platforms. Explain any specific tools or platforms you used, such as interactive workshops, screencasts, or blogs. 4. Outcome. Highlight the audience's response or any positive feedback you received, showing that your method helped others grasp the concept. Would you like to give it a try with this structure in mind?
No, I appreciate it, but let's go ahead and end the interview. So you'll notice that I gave it a trigger word, end the interview, and it started processing this feedback summary. I also, the previous question, so the second question that the AI agent asked, I purposefully asked for help to show you what that experience would look like using LiveKit and the project that we built. So this, it doesn't, because I didn't have a very thorough interview, I basically only answered one question. It used a lot of this information from my actual resume, but It did look at the information that I gave as far as my responses as well, and it gave me some feedback. So depending on how thorough you are with the interview with this particular AI agent, you could get a lot of feedback, and this could be very helpful when it comes to actually improving yourself in an interview process. So if you like what you see here and you want to learn how to build something like this and host it yourself, give it a try. Once again, head over to the blog, look at the tutorial, and let me know if this has helped you maybe become a better interviewer on the receiving end of the interview at least. I can't really speak about giving interviews on this because it's a different topic. But hopefully it made your life a little bit easier to land that next job.